Hello students of Honors First Year, Department of English, Dhaka Mahanagar Mohila College. Today I am here with you with Introduction to Poetry class, and today the poem we are going to read is that Emily Dickinson's Because I Couldn't Stop for Death. Students, before going to the poem, we must be introduced with the poet. The poet Emily Dickinson is an American poet, and to know that she was born on December 1830 in Amherst, Massachusetts. Throughout her life, she seldom left her home, and her visitors served few. Dickinson's poetry was heavily influenced by the metaphysical poets of 17th century England, as well as her reading of the books of Revelation and her upbringing in a Puritan society, which encouraged an orthodox and conservative approach to Christianity. She admired the poetry of Robert and Elizabeth Barrett Browning, John Keats, and Walt Whitman. Dickinson was extremely prolific as a poet, but she was not publicly recognized during her lifetime. The first volume of her work was published in 1890 and the last in 1955. She died in Amherst in 1886. Upon her death, Dickinson's family discovered 40 hand-bound volumes of nearly 18,000 poems. Some of her poetic themes are nature, love, religion, animal world, life and death, transience of life, immutability of soul, relation between God and individual human being, and individualism. Students, now I like to read the poem. Listen carefully. Because I could not stop for death. Because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. The carriage held me just ourselves and immortality. We slowly drove. He knew no haste, and I had put away my labor and my leisure too, for his civility. We passed the school where children strove at recess in the ring. We passed the fields of gauging grain. We passed the setting sun. Or rather, he passed us. The dews drew quivering and chill, for only gossamer my gown, my tippet only twirling. We paused before a house that seemed a swelling of the ground. The roof was scarcely visible, the cornice in the ground. Since then, 'tis centuries, and yet feels shorter than the day. I first surmised the horses' heads were toward eternity. Students, you see that's the poem. In this poem, the poet personifies death. Death is here like a gentleman. Death is a gentleman in this poem. So, because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. That means death. Because I could not, the poet couldn't stop for the death, but death himself stopped for her. Death came to her to take her away. The carriage held but just ourselves and immortality. There are only three in that car, in that carriage. There, the poet herself, and the death, and the immortality. We slowly drove. He knew no haste, and I had put away my labor and my leisure too, for his civility. The death didn't hurry. Death didn't hurry. He drove the car, he drove the chariot very slowly, and the poet had to leave her works, her responsibilities, or her daily affairs. We passed the school where the children strove. They were passing the school, they passed the school where children are playing at their tiffin hour, and we passed the fields of grazing grain. They passed the harvest field, and they also passed the setting sun, or he passed us. The dewdrops quivering and chill, and when night comes, the poet she felt chill, and we paused before a house and sing, and the chariot stopped in front of a house that seemed swelling up the ground, and the roof was not visible, only a cornice in the ground. Since then, 'tis centuries yet feels shorter than the day, that the 3 stages than the day I first surmised the horse's heads were toward eternity. That the 3 stages of life gradually proceed to death and eternity, and this idea is conveyed by the poet by the line, horses' heads toward eternity. This poem is a metaphysical poem in that sense. The poet rises to give us a glimpse of our earthly life from the point of view of eternal life. So, students, the poem Because I Could Not Stop for Death deals with heavy subjects. We see that death, time and eternity. But Emily Dickinson deals with those subjects in a simple manner so that the idea or intention of the poem is clearly visible to the reader. One can understand the poem easily because of the way death is personified as a gentleman, and how the true nature of death causes a realization in the speaker, in the poet's mind, about the eternity of being in a grave. Student, the poem didn't have a name. The very first line of the poem are taken as the name. In this poem, death is personified. He is no frightening or even intimidating reaper, but rather a courteous and gentle guide leading her to eternity. The speaker feels no fear when death picks her up in his carriage. She just sees it as an act of kindness, as she was too busy to find time for him. আসলে কবি যেটা বলতে চেয়েছেন যে মৃত্যু কাছে আমি যাইনি, মৃত্যুর জন্য অপেক্ষা করতে পারিনি, মৃত্যু আমার কাছে এসেছে, মৃত্যুর জন্য আমি থামিনি, মৃত্যু আমার জন্য থেমেছে। The carriage included no other and the speaker traveled with death alone. And সেই মৃত্যুর গাড়িতে কবি যেটা বলছেন যে তারা 3 জন ছিলেন যাত্রী, মৃত্যু নিজে, কবি নিজে এবং সাথে এটার্নিটি, অমরত্ব। কারণ শুধুমাত্র মৃত্যুর মাধ্যমেই আমরা অমরত্ব পেতে পারি। The civility of death is praised as he drives her chariot with a relaxed and steady pace, which provides ease to the poet. The chariot crosses a town where children are seen playing, and there are fields full of grain. They witness the serenity of the setting sun. But as the sun sets, the speaker feels the chill of the night and believes that she is not properly dressed for the occasion. মৃত্যু সেই গাড়িটা যখন যাচ্ছিল, সেটা পথ যেতে যেতে অনেকটা পথ অতিক্রম করতে যেতে যেতে ধীরে ধীরে সেটা দেখেছে যেখানে বাচ্চারা খেলছে, স্কুলের বাচ্চারা খেলছে, বিশাল ফসলের মাঠ কিংবা অস্তগামী সূর্য, সব কিছুকে অতিক্রম করে মৃত্যুর গাড়ি নিয়ে চলেছে কবিকে তার গন্তব্যের দিকে। এবং এখানে এই বিভিন্ন দৃশ্যগুলোর কথা কবি এজন্য বলেছেন যে অ্যাকচুয়ালি কবি এখানে বোঝাতে চেয়েছেন যে ডিফারেন্ট স্টেজেস অফ হিউম্যান লাইফ। They stopped before a house that appears to be small mound emerging from the ground. That is the grave of the speaker. আমরা জানি কবরের ইয়েটা অনেকটু উঁচু করে করা হয়, সেভাবে বলা হয়েছে। She could not clearly see the roof of the house, and the cornice was nothing but the mould of earth. The speaker realizes that it's been centuries since he died, and it feels to her like yesterday that she was eternally taken by the day. শেষের ইয়েতে কবির কাছে মনে হয়েছে যে আসলে মানে মৃত্যুটা এতদিন হয়ে গেছে, তার কাছে মনে হচ্ছে অমরত্ব বা এটারনিটি, এটার দীর্ঘায়ু, এটার যে কোনো সীমা নাই সেটা বোঝানোর জন্য বলছে অনন্ত কাল ধরে চলে আসছে অমরত্ব, কিন্তু মনে হচ্ছে এই তো সেদিনের কথা। এভাবেই কবি ডেথকে পার্সোনাফাই করে ডেথ, মৃত্যু, অমরত্ব, সময় সব কিছু নিয়ে তার কবিতাটিকে লিখেছেন। আমি তোমাদের বোঝার জন্য মেরে একটু বাংলায় বলেছি যাতে কনসেপ্টটা বোঝা যায়, কারণ কনসেপ্টটা একটু কঠিন। এই কনসেপ্টটা যদিও এমনি একটু সহজ করে বোঝাতে চেষ্টা করেছে, তারপরও কবিতাটা একটু কঠিন বোঝার জন্য। নেক্সট স্টুডেন্ট, যে কথাটা বলতে হবে, তোমাদের সামনে পরীক্ষা আছে, you are going to appear your exam in course exam, so take preparation for that, and that's all for today's students. All the best wishes for you.